Welcome back, folks. B-Shooter94 here, and first off, guys, I apologize that it's taking me so long over this Christmas break to get another episode out to you guys, but we are here. We are going to get this rolling. Trying to get the shows on the road here. I apologize that it's taking us way too long here. Let me get this off the screen. There we go. To get this show going. So thank you for your patience. Thank you for keeping this going. But enough for me talking. Let's get right to the Wednesday night Nitro, the last Nitro of September 2001. We open our show with our usual video package that opens every Wednesday night Nitro, which is showing our top stars of the company. So tonight we're using BG, Bob Holly, Booker T, Diamond Dallas Page, Jeff Jarrett, and Rob Van Dam. Storylines have advanced. Segment rating 66. Again, this is nothing that's anything amazing. This is strictly just your opening video of Nitro. We open the show with Shane McMahon coming down to the ring. Oh, I'm sorry. Before then, sorry. We show a clip of Jeff Jarrett, WCW champion, arriving with BG James and Lance Storm in their limo. No promo or anything here. This is more or less just showing them arriving to the show. Something obviously is brewing with that, but Jeff Jarrett, ever since he's come to WCW with his return in the summer, has been causing chaos since he's gotten here, and he's got the belt now as the top heel in the company. 64 on that little quick segment there. Okay, here we go. So now Shane McMahon's down in the ring. He opens the show and announces that in November we will have our first ever 30-man Mayhem Battle Royal, where the winner of the 30-man Mayhem Battle Royal in November will face the WCW champion in the main event of Starrcade 2001. He also announces that last week he did mention that Booker T will be using his rematch clause on Jeff Jarrett at Halloween Havoc in October for the WCW championship. He does state that Booker T has wanted Ken Shamrock to show up at Nitro, and he can confirm that Ken Shamrock is here tonight. Booker T's music hits, and Booker T comes down to the ring and says, "Shane, I want Ken Shamrock tonight in the ring for a fight." Shane McMahon unfortunately declines that and says Ken Shamrock is not wrestling here tonight, but he will be here. You can address your situation with him, as I know you are pissed off about him screwing you over for the WCW Championship at Fall Brawl. Jeff Jarrett's music hits as he walks out on the stage and tells Booker T that he can complain and focus on Ken Shamrock all he wants, as at Halloween Havoc, when his rematch happens, Jeff Jarrett will defeat him 1, 2, 3 by himself and still retain the WCW Championship. But Booker, if it's a fight you're looking for tonight, Lance Storm's got nothing going on tonight, so Shane McMahon, make it happen. So Shane says, you know what? Let's do it. Main event tonight for WCW Wednesday Night Nitro, Booker T versus Lance Storm. The overall segment got us a 74. The first part with Shane got us an 80, adding Booker got us a 78, adding Jarrett got us a 77. The WCW storyline has advanced. Shamrock and Booker's storyline has advanced. Booker and Shane looked great. I'm assuming Jarrett looked good too here. Let's see. No, nothing about Jarrett here, so that's fine. 74 overall on our opening promo of the show. Sets up the main event for this evening. Continues the Booker T and Shamrock feud while continuing Booker and Jarrett's build to the rematch in a one-on-one match at Halloween Havoc. In our opening contest of Wednesday Night Nitro, in a decent match, Shane Helms defeats Jamie Noble in 8:24 by pinfall with a vertebreaker. Wrestling rating of 61, crowd of 35, segment of 63. Shane Helms got us a 64, Jamie Noble a 58. The Cruiserweight title story has advanced. The commentary lifted the match, and Shane Helms benefits from having a hot new move. Our Cruiserweight division, guys, as you know, and if you followed the save, I've been pushing the Cruiserweight division as best I can. The Cruiserweight division is about to be the lifeblood of WCW. It's going to be just like how 1996 was. We are getting on the page of really starting to find ourselves here. A lot more talent will be coming in shortly, so look forward to that. When it comes to this match, Shane Helms gets a nice win. He's building momentum, and Jamie Noble has a great showing. Excuse me. Ever since he's turned babyface, he has been a great staple in our cruiserweight division. Backstage, we have Chavo Guerrero cutting a promo, telling that La Familia is obviously not on the same page. He apologizes to S.A. Aguila for putting him in such a dysfunctional situation, and he scolds Juventud and Psicosis for failing him last week, and that they got one more shot to make it up for him this week, as one of them will face off against Dustin Rhodes, who has caused all of these problems here in La Familia. 38 on that quick little promo. We are slowly starting to get finished with La Familia here, as it has been a colossal situation, but the storyline has advanced. And here's the matchup. In a decent match, Dustin Rhodes defeats Juventud Guerrera in 8:38 by pinfall with a lifting reverse DDT. Wrestling rating of 52, crowd of 45. The match was a 56. Juventud a 42, Dustin a 62. The Trouble and La Familia story has advanced and gained heat, and the commentary lifted the match. So with Juventud losing yet again, Chavo's clearly not going to be happy about this. So eventually Chavo's going to have to address that. We get a promo backstage with Kanyon walking into Shane McMahon's office, and he says that, I know you put Curt and Awesome in a match tonight, but who am I facing at Halloween Havoc? And Shane McMahon says, well, as of right now, I'm not sure, to be transparent with you, because both men have a rightful claim at a rematch. So tonight, we'll determine on which one of them gets this win tonight, and then we'll see next week on who we decide will get the U.S. Championship match. And Kanyon says, well, at the end of the day, it's not going to matter because no one's better than Kanyon. And he walks off screen in that little, in that kind of comedy kind of way. 74 promo from Kanyon and Shane here, great stuff. The U.S. title storyline and the unknown storyline, which I will not tell you all about, has advanced and gained heat. And Shane McMahon did great with public support. And here's the match here. In a decent match, Curt Hennig defeats Mike Awesome in 13:03 by disqualification when Mike Awesome hits Curt Hennig with a steel chair. This was a storytelling match. Wrestling rating of 56, crowd of 52, segment was a 59. Curt Hennig was a 51, Awesome a 61. Both storylines have advanced. Curt Hennig still working through that injury, and the commentary lifted the match. So, Shane McMahon's theory here did not work because we don't have a clear-cut winner here for the number one contender for the U.S. Championship, so that will need to be addressed next week on Nitro because we don't have an opponent for Kanyon yet. So Mike Awesome and Curt Hennig clearly still are not done. This feud has been going on since the summer. It just keeps on going. We get a backstage promo where Bob Holly addresses why he attacked DDP last week and says that he's not done with Diamond Dallas Page. He's going to make an example out of Diamond Dallas Page, and that he wants to take the so-called People's Champion, the legend of WCW, and he wants to take him out. 58 on that promo from Bob. And we get a decent match from Bob Holly and Tommy Dreamer in 8:12 by pinfall with a Falcon Arrow. Bob Holly gets the win. 61 on the wrestling, 48 on the crowd, 64 on the match. Bob Holly got us a 72, which is insane. And Tommy Dreamer got us a 51. So a nice little win here for Bob. He was a part of that Fall Brawl team. We took him off Nitro, and then he attacks DDP. So this is kind of Bob Holly's finding his way again to be on his own, away from the Jeff Jarrett stuff. And Dreamer, unfortunately, does take the loss here. Post-match, Diamond Dallas Page hits the ring as Bob Holly and him trying to trade blows back and forth until Bob Holly rolls out of the ring as security stops DDP from going after him as Bob Holly smiles as he exits from the Titantron. The first part of this segment is DDP hitting the ring and the brawl is on. Part 2 is Bob Holly rolling out of the ring and escaping without too much damage. Part 1 was a 71, Part 2 was a 69. The overall segment got us a 71, so we'll take that. And the story has advanced and gained heat. So this is starting to brew a little bit. DDP and Bob Holly as we head towards the fall. So this could be a nice little storyline for both guys, as both guys didn't really have a direction going out of Fall Brawl. So this is good. We get we get an in-ring promo from Roddy Piper, Shawn O'Haire, and Chuck Palumbo, claiming that they deserve their rematch for the WCW Tag Team Championships, but they don't want to wait until Halloween Havoc. The Road Warriors come out to a huge pop from the fans and say that, you know what, we are going to end this next week once and for all in the main event of Nitro, and we're going to do Shawn O'Haire and Chuck Palumbo versus the Road Warriors in a steel cage. So we're going to pre-book this if it lets me. Let's see if it lets me here. 2v2 cage, and let's put this together, shall we? Shawn O'Haire, Chuck Palumbo, Road Warrior, Road Warrior. WCW, oops, Tag Champ, Ship, Cage. Tag titles on the line naturally, and that will be the final match of them. I guarantee you we will not see that match ever again. 65 on part 1, which is Roddy Piper and Shawn O'Haire and Chuck Palumbo doing the in-ring promo stating they want their rematch. Road Warriors are part 2 as they come out and accept the challenge and lay down the steel cage challenge for next week. All the storylines have advanced. Roddy Piper is obviously the star as he has become one of the best managers in the business since we have brought him in. 65 on the segment here as we just set up our main event for next week's Nitro. We get a decent match here where AJ Styles defeats Mike Sanders in 6:42 by pinfall with the Styles Clash. Wrestling rating of 51, 35 on the crowd, 57 on the segment. Our Cruiserweight Champion gets a nice little feature here. Feature in front of the crowd and gets a nice easy win. 73 by AJ, 30 by Sanders. The commentary lifted the match and AJ benefits. Not much really to say here other than AJ getting a nice easy win against someone who's clearly a jobber. So nice job, AJ. And then post-match is where we see Shane Helms attack AJ Styles again from behind. This time, you can hear him yelling that I will beat you for the Cruiserweight Championship at Halloween Havoc. If you dare accept my challenge, I want my belt. So clearly, this is not over. Shane Helms wants his Cruiserweight Championship. Looks like we're on a collision course for one more match between these two, maybe. I'll be honest, after Fall Brawl, I'm 100% doing this match again because these two had a crazy rating for that. So we're going to roll with this storyline to give us a nice, hot Cruiserweight title feud. 60 on this segment. Storyline obviously has advanced. We get a backstage promo from Shawn Stasiak and Stacy Keibler. Stasiak says that last week we finally got rid of the trash that was part of our group. Jindrak, for weeks you have failed. For weeks you were getting frustrated that you weren't winning, and we finally got tired of it. And last week Stacy and I decided it was time to cut bait. Now Shawn Stasiak is on his own, and championship gold is on the way. 53 segment out of Stasiak and Keibler. Obviously, we'll get a little TV feud with him and Jindrak, but this is mainly to get Stasiak on his own because he can actually do pretty well in this save and gives me another solid mid-card heel, which I'm all about. So 53 segment there. And he's going to get the win here. And about that, didn't have much heat and terrible wrestling. Shawn Stasiak defeats James Storm in 6:33 with a fisherman suplex. This was terrible, but I just wanted to get Stasiak a win. 34 wrestling, 29 crowd, 38 segment. Shawn Stasiak with a 45. Storm a 23. This is a rookie James Storm, guys, so he's not going to be good. Stacy and Shawn did good at ringside, which is fine. This is all fine. I know the rating is horrible, and I get that. But this is supposed to get Shawn Stasiak a win, so now we can start putting him in better situations, as his momentum was awful, so we needed to fix that ASAP. We get a backstage segment with Booker T and Stevie Ray, where they talk about, Stevie Ray's trying to talk Booker T down and tells him, like, look, man, you got a rematch for the WCW Championship in a couple weeks at Halloween Havoc. You need to stop focusing on Ken Shamrock. Let me take care of it if I need to. You worry about bringing the WCW Championship back. And Booker's just fuming, man. Like, he's ready to go. This is right before his match with Lance Storm. 69 rating on this backstage segment. So clearly Booker T is really having a hard time with the Ken Shamrock stuff here. As we still have yet to hear from Shamrock on why he did what he did at Fall Brawl. But Booker and Shamrock are definitely going to be a match at some point. It's coming. 69 rating on that. Storylines have advanced. In the main event of Wednesday Night Nitro, an exceptional match, Booker T defeats Lance Storm in 13-21 by pinfall with a scissors kick. Wrestling rating was an 84. Crowd is 75. Overall segment was a 79, which is awesome for a main event. Lance Storm an 82. Booker an 86. They said the color commentary wasn't good. I disagree. Mike Tenay's fantastic. Booker T benefits from having a hot new move. Now, Booker T gets the win here, but this is where the crazy stuff's about to go down, guys, alright? So I'm going to run through this to explain what happens. So post-match, Booker T gets the win. Jeff Jarrett and BG James hit the ring to try to attack Booker T. Stevie Ray makes the save. Well, he tries to at least. He gets the upper hand. Booker and Stevie Ray are doing well. And then Ken Shamrock jumps the barricade and attacks Booker T and Stevie Ray as well. The numbers game is clearly a big advantage here, as Booker T, BG James, Jeff Jarrett, and Lance Storm are beating down Stevie Ray as Ken Shamrock locks in the ankle lock on Booker T as security tries to hit the ring as the show goes off the air. 72 rating on the segment there. First part is the attack on Booker, which is a 75. 69 is Stevie Ray making the save. 71 is Shamrock hitting the ring and putting the ankle lock on Booker to end the show. Both storylines have advanced. Storm and Booker did great without scripts and hot catchphrases. 72 overall on this ending of Nitro, which I think really sets us up going forward. But let's finish the show here, guys. Let's see what we get for a rating. And our show rating for Wednesday Night Nitro was a 74. It increased our popularity in 10 regions, which is fantastic. Guys, this has been an amazing show. Let's do a quick little rundown here of what we kind of did storyline-wise here. So, we opened the show with kind of setting up the main event. We went the wrong way. Setting up the main event here with Booker, Jarrett, and Storm. We had Shane Helms defeat Jamie Noble to gain momentum. La Familia's having a hell of a time here. Dustin Rhodes beat Juventud Guerrera. Canyon was trying to figure out who his U.S. champion #1 contender is going to be. And then Hennig and Mike Awesome went to a DQ. Bob Holly was back in action, getting a win over Dreamer, with DDP trying to get some retribution on Bob Holly, but he was able to escape. AJ Styles got a nice easy win against Mike Sanders, but Shane Helms attacked him post-match. And really wants that Cruiserweight Championship match, so that collision course is coming our way. Shawn Stasiak addressed the attack on Mark Jindrak last week and how he is now a solo star. He got a nice easy win. Booker and Stevie Ray argued about the Ken Shamrock and WCW's championship situation, as Booker just couldn't get Shamrock off his mind, as he has his big championship match coming. Booker got the win on Storm, but at the end of the night, Shamrock locked in the ankle lock on Booker to end the show. Guys, thank you so much for keeping this save alive. Hopefully you guys are still enjoying this. Please throw some likes and comments. I will get this next episode out as quick as I can as well. I want to thank you, and y'all have a great day.